Hello, welcome. So, do you have any bad habits that you just absolutely need to ditch and are having a hard time getting rid of them? Well, there's a reason for that. Maybe it's the way that you're trying to go about getting rid of those habits. So, today I'm going to talk about 5 ways to eliminate bad habits that really work that you can try in your life today. Welcome, Ramona Notariani here. I'm coming to you live from Southwest Florida, USA. As you're joining me, make sure you say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. And if you're watching this on replay, type a hashtag replay in the comments and where you're tuning in from. So, what habits do you have that you just have not been able to get rid of? We all have them, bad habits. How do you get rid of them? Sometimes it takes several failed attempts before you actually make it permanent and stick. And there's a reason for that. Maybe it's the way you're going about it. Whenever you want to get rid of a habit, if you don't identify the triggers that cause you to have that habit, then you're going to have a hard time getting rid of it. So the first thing that you need to do is you have to identify the triggers. What are your triggers? And you need to figure out the big four: who, what, when, and where. Who are you with when you engage in this habit that you're trying to get rid of? Or what emotions do you have that trigger the habit? Is it a certain time of the day or maybe a certain place that you're at when the habit surfaces? Or when do you experience these emotions? Or is it certain situations that trigger the emotions? Maybe when you first get into your car, or perhaps that upcoming performance review that you're regretting, or maybe the habit is caused by family visits, or maybe it's by conferences or social settings. So the first thing you have to do is you have to identify what the trigger is that causes you to engage in this bad habit, and write down every one of your triggers. What this does is it creates awareness of the trigger. And when you're aware of what your triggers are, you're going to recognize what causes you to engage in that habit, and it's going to be easier for you to eliminate it. The next thing that you have to do is clean house. Clean house? What does that mean? You know what that means. It means get rid of all the temptations that cause you to engage in the habit. If you're trying to give up alcohol, you're going to want to clean all the alcohol out. Maybe it's candy for you, or maybe it's sweets or soda. And not just the items that you're trying to get rid of, you have to get rid of the items that you associate with that habit. For example, the special glass that you use, the special mug, or maybe it's the coffee if you're trying to get rid of coffee. And the other thing you have to get rid of if you ever want to get rid of the habit is when you're cleaning house, no excuses. Get rid of the excuses. Quit having excuses about denying other people in your house the pleasure of those things when you're trying to get rid of them yourself. You know, if there are bad habits for you, maybe they're bad habits for the other people, and maybe they don't need them either. Maybe that's just a lie that you're telling yourself in your head. So just get it out of the house if you want to quit engaging in that habit or using that habit. The next thing that you can do is swap it. So how can you alter or change the bad habit so that it's not harmful? Can you replace it with a healthy option instead? Maybe, for example, if you have a bad habit of indulging in a large bowl of ice cream every night and you have a sweet tooth, maybe instead of having that bowl of ice cream, you can have a couple of Hershey Kisses. So, which is less calories than a huge bowl of ice cream. Or Maybe when you're watching TV or a movie or a show at night, you binge on that bag of chips or those tortillas or the crunchy, salty snacks that we tend to eat when we're watching shows. Maybe replace those with carrot sticks. Or if you're trying to give up soda, maybe you could replace it with carbonated flavored water or carbonated water that you add lemon or lime to. So that would be some ways of taking bad habits and swapping them for healthier choices. The next thing that you can do is you can ease in to the change, like kind of like when you go swimming and the water's really cold, or you're going to the ocean. You gradually wade into the water to get your body used to it. For example, coffee. If you're giving up coffee because you're trying to give up caffeine, maybe you can ease into eliminating caffeine by trying half regular and half decaffeinated coffee. Or maybe you can ease into it by eliminating the number of cups each week, reducing a cup of coffee that you would consume. And then when you get used to that, then eliminate it totally on the following week. So that would be a way to ease in. But easing in is not for everybody. Some people cannot ease in because they cannot make it stick if they just ease in. And some people just have to jump in, similar to the cold water situation. Sometimes it's easier for some people to go all in and do it all at once. And if that's you, then just jump in the water, jump all in. So ask yourself, where can I start slow and still hold myself accountable to eliminate this habit? Where do I need to take a bigger leap and just go all in? Where have I been avoiding pain or discomfort by not giving up this habit? So that is some of the ways that you can implement into your life to get rid of some bad habits. So are you a toe dipper, or are you one who likes to just jump in and take the big plunge? That's only for you to decide. Again, thank you so much for tuning in and watching my live stream. I hope you have a great evening, and be sure to tune in again on Thursday night, where I will go over how to install a good habit that will replace that bad habit that you're getting rid of. Again, thank you and have a great evening.